Hello, fellas. Here for the Week 11 performance reviews for everybody. We have, I believe, 2 weeks left till the playoffs. And of course, we have 3 games going on tomorrow on Thanksgiving Day. So make sure, whatever players you got playing tomorrow, you get them in or out of your lineup based on, who you want to play. Without further ado, we have my matchup versus Garrett this past week. Garrett won 135-97. My team pretty much shit the bed outside of my defense and Lamar Miller. Stafford had 11, Lamar Miller with 18. I had 10 out of Jordy Nelson and 22 out of the Vikings defense. I had 3 points out of Cameron Brate, 2 points out of Golden Tate. I mean, a couple other guys did pretty well. Just nobody on my team really found the end zone this week, so tough games there. Did have Deshaun Jackson on the bench with 13 points, would have helped out a little bit. Looking at Garrett's team, Garrett had 8 players in double digits. Cam with 12. Todd Gurley finally scored a touchdown. He had basically 14 points. DeMarco Murray 15. Cooper with 14. Landry with 11. Pierre Garçon with 21. Kelsey with 14, and then the Lions defense with 20 points. Our defenses kind of, took each other out. Both of them scoring huge points, but basically negated each other. Did have Derek Carr on the bench with 22 points, which could have helped him score a little bit more, which he didn't even need. Next up, we have Philip versus Michael. Michael was able to take out the number 1 team in the league by basically 1.3 points. So a very, very close matchup between the two of these guys this week. Looking at Philip's team, he had 7 players in double digits. Aaron Rodgers with 29 points. Latavius Murray with 12. CJ Prosise had 15, although he did jack his shoulder up, and he is going to probably miss the next few weeks because of that. Had Mike Evans with 14, Devontae Parker with 18, Michael Floyd with 3, Fedorowicz had 11, Jonathan Stewart had 10. He got 0 points out of the Chiefs defense, so maybe if he would have played a different defense, just getting that 2 points out of the defense could have swung things in his favor. He did have Jeremy Hill on the bench, who had 7 points, but wouldn't have made a difference for him there. Terrence West had 11.8, which coincidentally scored 1.4 points more than Jonathan Stewart. And if he would have played Terrence West there, would have got the win by 0.1 point. So very interesting to see how things play out there. Looking at Michael's team, he had Andrew Luck with 19 points. Luck did suffer a concussion and is going to be out this week. So it looks like he may have to roll Joe Flacco, depending on, unless he wants to pick somebody else up. Ezekiel Elliott had 15. McCoy with 12. Mike Wallace with 10. Jameson Crowder with 18. Eric Ebron with 15. Randall Cobb with 10. Nothing too crazy on his bench. Flacco put up 15, but he did play the right quarterback there. Next up, we have the father-son game here. I was definitely rooting for the younger Lego to pull this one out, but he couldn't quite get there. Ray Sr. won this one 129-120. Ray had Tom Brady put up 28 points. Jordan Howard with 10. Tim Hightower with 17. Rashard Matthews with 17. Jimmy Graham with 12. James White with 15. Did have Breeze on the bench with 15, but played the right guy there. Cordero Patterson on the bench with 13.3. If he would have played Patterson over Marvin Jones, could have swung things in his favor there. But you kind of never know how that's going to work out, especially both of those guys just been up and down all year. Well, especially Marvin Jones. Cordell Patterson's probably one of his better games. Looking at Ray Sr.'s team, he really won because of Robert Kelly, it looks like. 32 points out of him. Des Bryant with 23. Steve Smith with 20. Jordan Reed with 10. James Starks with 16 points. He did have Winston on the bench with 17, which would have been a better play than Roethlisberger, but when you have Big Ben playing against Cleveland, you're rolling with that. All right, next up we have David versus Joseph. David was able to pull out the victory here, 104-77. So David is on a 3-game win streak and trying to squeeze into the playoffs at the last possible moment, it looks like. He had Eli Manning with 17 points. Jay Ajayi had 10. Theo Riddick with 12. Edelman with 19. Doug Martin with 12. Nothing really to talk about on his bench. Looks like he may have Sammy Watkins coming back. It looks like he may give it a go this week after being out for a good portion of the season. On Joseph's team, he had Russell Wilson with 25, and everybody else on the team had single digits. So, tough week for his team. Obviously, guys just not finding the end zone, which can happen from time to time. Not a ton on his bench. Did have Sterling Shepard with 14 and Zach Ertz with 13 points there. We've already talked about that matchup. Next up, we have George versus Dakota. George won this matchup 97-86. So low scoring game between the two of these guys. Looking at George's team, he had Marcus Mariota put up 23 points. Doug Baldwin with 17. Even threw a touchdown pass this week. Ted Ginn with 13, and Graham Gano did get him 13 as well. Had Dak Prescott on the bench with 26, but nothing else to really speak of there. Dakota's team had Hyde with 13, Blunt with 12. He's going to be missing A.J. Green on his team for next few weeks, so his team's been depleted by injuries. DeAngelo Williams, not only is he hurt, but he also lost his job to Le'Veon Bell, which everybody knew that was coming anyways. A.J. Green's going to be out for a little while with a hamstring injury. Zach Miller is out for the season with, I believe it's a knee injury. Alshon Jeffrey suspended for another 3 weeks, I believe. So a lot of injuries there. Don't think he's going to be able to recover from that. And somebody's going to be able to jump in and get that playoff spot that he currently has claim to. Outside of that, he had Cole Beasley with 14. Zach Miller did get 14 as well. So we'll see what kind of moves he makes, and maybe he can hold on. I don't know what his schedule is like or all that good stuff, but we'll see how it goes. I don't really like his chances. Next up, we have Shane versus Dalton. This game was not too bad. It was basically a 10-point game. Dalton pulling that one out 135-125. Shane's team was led by his two studs. I mean, no surprise there. Had 19 out of Alex Smith, and then two studs, David Johnson and Le'Veon Bell, both with over 30. Bell with 30, David Johnson with 32. T.Y. Hilton had 18. Dante Moncrief had 12. And I believe I play Shane this week, so I'm kind of happy Andrew Luck's out and Scott Tolzien's in there because probably really hurts Hilton and Moncrief's value. Nothing else really on his lineup. He did have -7 out of the Packers defense. Not a defense I would roll with personally. Their secondary's totally banged up and their run defense is suffering. Maybe when Clay Matthews is healthy, that'll improve, but we never know there. Nothing to really speak of on his bench there. Looking over at Dalton's team, Kirk Cousins put up 27, Rashad Jennings 21, Frank Gore 14, Antonio Brown had 12, Terrell Pryor with 12. He had 23 points out of the Steelers' defense, so that really benefited his team. I mean, there was basically a 30-point a 30-point difference between their two defenses, with 23 points for him and -7 for Shane. So that was really the big deciding factor going on there. That covers all the matchups. Nothing really crazy happened on the waivers today. I believe, of course, a few people try to get Tyler Boyd. Me and Ray tied trying to get the same kicker. Ray beat me out because his record's worse than mine. But nothing too crazy there. Hope all you guys enjoy your Thanksgiving weekend and enjoy spending time with your friends and family. Be safe. Enjoy the games tomorrow. Obviously, it's rivalry week for college football, so best luck to your teams. For all you Michigan fans, I know there's a few of you in the league. I'll be pulling for you guys. Don't really like Michigan or Ohio State, but kind of pulling for Michigan since they haven't been very good as of recently. Go Cowboys!